Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about one of the most important concepts in chemistry. Yes, we're going to be discussing moles. And I know that a lot of students hate it because they find it difficult, but hopefully after this video you're going to be able to get that A that you always wanted. So let's get started. But before we start talking science, why don't we talk about food? Imagine you're in a grocery shop and somebody asks you for help, and they ask for 96 eggs. Wouldn't that be very impractical and very weird? So because of that, we humans created this amazing idea known as dozen. 1 dozen is equal to 12 units of something. So we would just say, hey, can you give me 8 dozens of eggs? Isn't it much easier to look for 8 boxes of eggs than looking for 96 individual eggs? Well, I think so. And that's the whole purpose of the dozen, is to make our lives easier, because we have this relationship that 1 dozen is equal to 12 units of something. It turns out that scientists also love making our lives easier, so this cool guy named Avogadro came up with this amazing concept named mole, or Avogadro's constant, which basically expresses the number or the units of something. Because this number is really big, in fact 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, it is usually used to count things that are very small, such as atoms, molecules, and formula units. Which makes chemistry a lot simpler. Imagine you having to work with zillions and zillions of zeros in your equations. That would be very hard. Isn't it much easier to say I have this amount of moles? Well, I think so, and I'm sure Avogadro does too. So now that we know what a mole is, why don't we use in a real-life example? Consider the formation of ammonia from nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. Notice that 1 mole of nitrogen gas will react with 3 moles of hydrogen gas to form 2 moles of ammonia. Now imagine that instead of 1 mole, 27 moles of nitrogen gas took place in the reaction. What do you think would happen? So why don't we calculate how many moles, grams, and molecules of NH3 would be formed when 27 moles of nitrogen gas react with hydrogen? The best way to approach this question is through dimensional analysis. So we know from the equation that for each mole of nitrogen, 2 moles of ammonia are formed. So there you have a conversion factor. So what you're going to do is that you're going to multiply the amount of nitrogen, which is 27 moles, by the conversion factor, which is for every 1 mole of nitrogen, 2 moles of NH3 are formed. And with this, we find out that 54 moles of ammonia are formed. Isn't that amazing? So now that we know how many moles of NH3 are formed, it is much easier to find how many grams of NH3 are formed. To do that, we need to multiply the number of moles formed by the conversion factor between moles and molar mass of the compound. To find the molar mass of the compound, we simply multiply the mass of the element by the subscript found in the formula of the compound. After we find the molar mass, we can easily establish a connection between molar mass and moles. Then, we just multiply 54 moles of NH3 by the conversion factor, which is 17.034 grams for each mole of NH3, and you get the answer of 919.8 grams of NH3 formed. So, to find the number of molecules formed in the reaction, it's very simple. You just need to find the conversion factor between moles and molecules, which is 1 mole equals 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. And then you just multiply by the number of moles you have, which is 54. This way, you're gonna get the answer, which is 3.25 times 10 to the 25th molecules of NH3. Isn't that super awesome? I think so, and I'm sure that you do too. So now let's test what we learned. And what better way of doing that than a scientific joke? So here it goes. How many guacas are there in a guacamole? Yes, you thought right. There are 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd guacas in a guacamole. LOL, guys. Now tell me, which concept did you use to answer question A? Yes, you thought right. Avogadro's constant. Oh my god guys, we're just so funny. So if you were able to answer both these questions correctly, I am sure that you're ready to take on that task and rock it. So thank you guys for watching the video and see you next time.